And we are live. Hi there. I'd like to welcome everybody to something I'm very proud of. I'm now, as all of you know, my name is Jay Angel. I'm the host of the Let's Talk Fishing. Now it's the video podcast. With me tonight, I have a guy I've actually met. I've met several of my guests, but not a whole lot of them. I have a guy by the name of Michael Guillemet, and his friend Jeffrey Sands is going to be along in a little while after he gets home from work. And we're going to be talking about redfish. Geez, you guys who listen to the show, I love redfish. But first of all, I have to tell you that the Garden State Outdoor Sports Show is going to take place January 6th through 9th of 2022. That's going to be at the New Jersey Convention and Exposition Center in Edison, New Jersey. Now, the Northern Illinois Sports and Outdoor Show is going to take place January 13th through 16th of 2022. That's 4 days of sports shows, guys. That's going to be at the Lake County Fairgrounds. That's in Grays Lake, Illinois. That promises to be a really good one. Of course, the Garden State Outdoor Sports Show is going to be a good one too. But the difference is I know most of the people who are going to be at the Northern Illinois Sports and Outdoor Show. It promises to be a really good time. I'm looking forward to that. And without further ado, how you doing tonight, Mike?
I'm doing good. How you doing this evening, Jay?
I am actually starting to heal. I'm feeling a little bit better. I'm very excited about that.
That's good. That's good.
Very excited about that. I'm actually going to start fishing and have a hunting trip planned. Life is good.
Yes, indeed.
Well, so tell me, what's going on in Nothing But Redfish?
Just trying to keep all the drama out. I mean, we really haven't had that much drama. We up to 4,600 members now.
Wow.
Yeah, we started probably about a year and a half ago now.
Look who it is. Look who it is. Welcome. How you doing tonight?
Hey, Jeff.
I'm great. How y'all doing, gentlemen?
This is really cool, guys. This is the first time I've had two guests on at the same time. Mike was just talking to us about Nothing But Redfish. And so you also have a brand new Facebook group, don't you, Michael?
I'm sorry, what's that?
You also have a brand new Facebook group.
Yes, sir, I do. All About Fishing. And it's basically, whatever kind of fishing you do, whether it's, freshwater, saltwater, fish with a pole, spear, gig, whatever the case, offshore, inshore, bank fishing, just whatever, I'd like to try to get some more members from, northern states and, see what they catch, see their pikes and, and all the different varieties of fish that they catch and, maybe learn some stuff.
I have a lot of, I'm from the Northland.
Mm.
I have a lot of fans from up there. I can help you with that. That's so the new group is called All About Fishing. What I like about the way Michael and Jeffrey run their groups, they don't put up with any crap, guys. They're not going to let people say, oh, you killed those fish. No. I'm sorry. I usually don't go off like that. Yeah, don't kill the bull reds. My thing is, if you catch them fair and square, I don't like to see fish killed either, but I'm going to eat redfish. If it's a 22 to 24 incher, you better believe that's going on the grill.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw back the bulls
and bring them home and cook them, and that's fine.
Yeah. I don't have any problem with people cooking them. I don't do it, but it's just me.
You got these junior game wardens out there saying, "Oh, that fish looks like it's a little too small," or most people fishing nowadays, they know what their limits are in their whatever area they're in. Areas have different size limits, and there's a lot of bickering going on in these other fishing groups about is it a legal catch? Did you catch too many? Should have let the bull reds go. We don't put up with none of that stuff. Show your pictures of your fish. Let's talk about fishing, your technique, whatever. And let's have a good time. We try to keep all the drama out. We do a really, really good job policing, what gets put on in the post and what goes on in the comment section. We just want it to be an enjoyable experience.
Yeah, I agree with you guys. I agree with you guys. Too many groups are, there's just too much drama, and it just takes away from what we're all there to talk about fishing, and that's why I like the Let's Talk Fishing podcast. It's like a break from the day where we can just come here, not have any drama, and just talk about fishing. So
Yeah.
speaking about fishing, how did you guys do in the Cajun Outcast what rodeos?
Yeah. I ended up winning one in January.
Nice.
Yeah. We ended up fishing the tournament, the angler championship, and unfortunately, neither one of us won first place. But it is what it is.
It was a great day for trout.
Yeah, we actually we only caught 3 redfish that day, and probably about 14 or 15 speckled trout. So,
we had to leave the trout.
Yeah, and any other day we would have limited out on redfish, but it just.
Well, that day I met you guys. We were going out of Chalmette, and I caught probably 30 redfish that day. Not one of them measured. So that's tournament fishing.
Right.
They're always there until the day of the tournament because guys go there and beat them up so badly before the tournament. And,
right.
It is what it is. I fished tournaments for, God, more years than I care to admit.
Right.
I've showed up to tournaments, 200 boats, and you can't buy a fish the day of the tournament. It's just the way it is.
Yeah,
or,
right.
Weather conditions change. You get 6 inches of rain the night before, or a cold front comes through. Now it's 30 degrees colder. Jeez.
Yeah. I want to say 11, 12. How many of it actually fished the day of the tournament, Jeff? Do you remember?
What was that? Breaking up.
How many of it actually fished?
12 boats showed up, I believe.
Well, 12 boats. And 7 of us weighed in.
Yeah.
12 boats showed up, 7 of you weighed fish. That's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, for a championship.
I mean, 2 to 3 people each boat,
Right.
But yeah, it was a bad day all around. Except for the winner.
I wouldn't say a bad day, but because a bad day of fishing is better than a good day at work.
Yes.
No doubt. But yeah, I think we caught our first redfish maybe about 45 minutes before we had to go head to the launch back to weigh in.
Oh man.
I believe. And it was, like I said, if trout, we never ever, Mikey and I, we target redfish tournaments or just any other time we fish, and we target redfish. If we catch a trout, it's because we're trying to catch a redfish. We had this one hole that we did really good in the past 2 times fishing. It was very, very good for us the past couple of times fishing for redfish, and we got on trout, and we were pulling in trout after trout in the boat, and we had to leave a bite just because we weren't catching redfish. But it was, tournament fishing is such a different dynamic than just fishing on the weekend. I'm not going to say it's stressful, but there's added pressure during tournament fishing, which kind of adds to the fun. But when you're not catching redfish, no matter what you are catching, you need to leave those fish to go find it, and we found ourselves in that predicament. Leaving, nice trout, to go look for redfish. But we had fun. It's always fun. It's a competition, but it's a very friendly, family-oriented competition.
That's what I liked about that place, man. Everybody was talking to everybody after the tournament. It wasn't just guys getting into their little peer groups, whispering to each other, where'd you catch those? And then when you walk up, people stop talking. It was just a friendly little atmosphere, everybody was talking to everybody. I want to show you guys something. I got these from Bink Spoons. They were on.
Okay. The top water?
No, it's actually a half-ounce spoon.
Oh, it's a spoon. Okay.
It's like a jigging spoon, but you don't have to jig it vertically. You can jig it horizontally. And actually, that's That's silver. I also got a gold one.
Nice. And where do you
You
get
have to
these
learn.
from? And where do you get these from, Jay?
It's called Binks Spoons.
Okay.
Binks.
Okay. And they have a Facebook page or a website?
Yes, Binks.
Tell them to join Nothing But Redfish. They could advertise. You know, we do our advertising days Tuesday, and all about fishing also.
Because he also has stuff that's really small. A lot of people up north would like this. Also, people down here for crappies. Or you guys call them suckle?
Yeah, that's right.
I'm learning how to say that. Took me a long time.
And I see you wearing one of our sponsors' hats.
Yeah, Vector. I've been with Vector, almost since the beginning of Vector, and they've been good to me, and they make some great hooks. I've never had a Vector hook fail. I've had a lot of hooks fail, particularly since I've been living down here. Hooking in the redfish. If you have an inferior hook out there in the marsh, it's going to get corroded by salt. Then a big old redfish takes it. You've been waiting so long for that freaking redfish. One finally takes it, and it breaks your hook.
Right.
I think that happened to Mikey a couple fishing trips ago, huh, Mikey?
Yeah.
Hey, that's fishing, man. That's fishing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I was using another brand hook. It actually snapped at the boat, man.
Well, Vector does have a saltwater series hook now, so
I know they're super sharp.
yeah, I've had them hooked. I've had them stuck in my hand. I've had lots of hooks stuck in my hand, but I have to say Vector did a good job.
Yeah, Jeff had one too.
If you use any treble hooks, the Tornado trebles are superior to any other trebles I've ever used.
Yeah.
So we got to talk a little bit about technique. Why don't we talk about some of your favorite techniques to catch redfish?
Yeah, I'm personally I am the bait on the cork, whether it's whether it's artificial or whether it's wild shrimp or market, and what else market bait like fish, dead shrimp.
Fresh dead shrimp?
I'm sorry.
Fresh dead shrimp?
It all depends. I mean, some days they want fresh dead. Some days they want funky shrimp. That leave up on the back of the boat and in the sun and let it bake.
Wow.
Yeah. Stink. They want the stinky dead bait. Me and Mikey and I call it the stink. Sometimes they want them live. Sometimes they want them fresh off the ice. Sometimes they want them stinky.
So you don't just go to Walmart and buy a pack of shrimp, do you?
No.
No. The first time I ever went redfishing, I paid $600 for a guide to take me out of Morgan City because that's where I was living at the time. And he showed up with a bag of Walmart shrimp. And I'm like, really? I don't know anything about redfish, but you'd think, you got a high dollar guide trip like the one. Wow. We ended up catching one fish, and it was a 16-inch red. I was not happy.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand some days are worse than others, but when we were driving out, we saw tails, and I'm like, look, fish. He goes, oh no, I know where the fish are. And I looked at him, I said, so you're gonna leave fish to go find fish? Really? That's like the first common sense rule of fishing,
Yeah.
I mean, well, let me ask you guys: if you were traveling out to your spot and you saw a bunch of tails sticking out of the water, would you stop?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I'm not going to pass up, good fish, And, I mean, they could be right there. They could not, I've seen tails before. You catch on in it and nothing but garfish.
Oh, really? Garfish do the same thing?
Oh, yeah.
Well, now, there's something I didn't know.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
See, I learned something every time I come on the Let's Talk Fishing podcast.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I couldn't tell you how many times, you know, we were fishing redfish and you see a tail in the water and you cast to it and sure enough, it's a call. Yeah. They're fun to catch. Yeah. They're a pain in the butt to get off your hook. But
Yeah, I don't like garfish either. Not at all. I know there's guys in Texas who make their living. Uh-oh, I think we just lost Jeffrey. Okay, it was him who was creating all the feedback. Here's something that Red Alert Lures just said. There's nothing like fooling a redfish tailing with a handmade lure you made yourself.
Yeah.
You know, are you familiar with Red Alert Lures?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Keith Fussell, he's actually one of our sponsors. I actually have some lures here that these are the faux shad L'Entreuse, and
Ooh, look at that.
Yeah, they're real good lures. If you're looking for some good lures, check out Red Alert Lures. Awesome products. He also offers a reel, Cajun reels. Very, very smooth reel. I mean, one of his yeah, he's one of our sponsors, real good guy, veteran of the company, you know. So, you know, check him out. He's got awesome products. He's also got some corks. He's got the paper cork. Cork.
Okay.
Price. Yeah.
Well, thank you for asking a question, Red Alert Lures. I do appreciate people who come on here and ask questions. It kind of makes it interactive. That's kind of neat. You have anything else you'd like to show us, Mike?
If you don't mind, I'd like to give a shout out to some of our sponsors. That's all right with you?
Sure.
Kenneth Krieger with Undisputed Pork.
Yeah, Kenneth Krieger has been on the show before. Yeah. If you're on today, Kenneth, yeah, thank you.
Awesome product. He's one of our sponsors also. Always looking to help us out, you know, always donating stuff, you know, travel. You know, great guy. A lot of our sponsors are, you know, just individuals, and, you know, we try to help them out, they help us out, you know. So it's kind of a, you wash my hands, I'll wash yours, you know.
Yeah, and Red Alert Lures has said that Kenneth makes some great quotes too.
Yeah, and, you know, that's another thing about all of our sponsors. You know, I told them, you know, I can't be tied down to one core company or one core company. And, you know, all of them agree. They're like, hey, look, we think, you know, that's what I like about it. You know, they're real down to earth and not, you know, oh well, you know, if you this you know, lures, then, you know, I don't want to work with you. It's none of that. You know? Everybody pretty much knows each other, and you know, it's just it's a you know, it just works.
Sure. Well, we lost Jeffrey again. I think he's having some technical difficulties. But you know, the show must go on. You know. Let me ask you this about red fishing. I've caught redfish with corks, and I've caught them without corks.
Right.
You know, just being a bass fisherman, I have a problem using corks. It's a personal problem. There's nothing wrong with them.
Right.
But you know, actually, the way I've caught most of my redfish is just with like either a live or a fresh dead shrimp. You know, and on a kale hook.
Gotcha.
That's, you know, with no weight, nothing. Just throw it out there and let it flutter around. You know.
Let it do its thing. Mm-hmm.
Or, you know, if I'm on the other side of the Mississippi where I can get cockahoes, I love putting a cockahoe on and just casting it out onto a current break, you know.
Right.
And just, that's exciting. And he's back. How you doing, Jeffrey? I don't think he can hear us.
I'm having technical difficulties. I don't know if y'all can hear me or not.
Yeah, we can hear you, but you're broken.
It's in and out like every scratch.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. That's a connectivity problem. And Red Alert Lures said that redfish will hit most anything a bass will, and vice versa.
Oh,
Did you hear that, Michael?
Yeah. I mean, bass. Well, they work great for bass too. Bass fish, they're predatory fish, so they pretty much go after things. I had a friend of mine. He was fishing with a craw, and he was knocking. So, but you would think crawfish bait, bass, but
the first time I ever hooked into a redfish, I couldn't believe it. I was in Grand Isle, and I was jigging off one of the bridges and catching some small schooling trout. The little 12-inch, little 12 inchers,
right.
And all of a sudden, I brought it up, and this big shadow came up. And that thing just grabbed that thing and took off. And I was using 4-pound test on an ultralight, and I guess Red Alert Lures, I guess they also fish for muskies. He said muskie will hit anything a redfish will, but also muskie don't give up.
Yeah, we don't have any muskie down here, so I mean.
Yeah, I really don't think muskie will hit shrimp.
Yeah.
And that's what I've caught most of my redfish on is shrimp.
Right.
Even little bitty pieces of shrimp. I can't believe, they are so cool.
Yeah.
Bringing a shrimp back to the boat and it's skipping along top of the water. That is exciting.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure that's what got you guys addicted too. Jeffrey, I'm sorry you're having connectivity problems there, buddy.
That's all right. I mean, I can pick up about every other word y'all are saying. I'd love to get in on a conversation. It's a little difficult to figure out what y'all are saying.
I'm sorry. Dang, I feel bad about that.
Okay.
I'll have y'all on again, man. Hopefully you'll have better signal next time.
I would love to do it.
So when are you guys going to start? Do you guys fish for redfish 12 months out of the year?
Yeah. I used to fish, pretty much every weekend or every other weekend. But due to some health issues, I've only been fishing once a month.
I heard that. I think I fished like 4 times in the last year.
Yeah. So lately, we've just been making or at least I have. I've been making a Cajun Outcast fishing rodeos every month. So, yeah.
Boy, that's one thing I love about the Cajun Outcast stuff. I have somebody here in town who can drive me there, so I don't have to worry about that.
Right. I'm
trying to get Jeffrey back here, but I don't think we're going to be able to talk to him. Please tell him I do apologize about this.
That's no problem.
And the guy from Red Alert says we all need to get together and hit the water. I would love that.
Oh yeah.
What is that man's name from Red Alert?
That would be Keith Fussell.
Keith Fussell. Okay, I have seen his stuff on Facebook. I've seen a lot of it. Hey Keith, yeah, I'd love to do that. All we have to do is just schedule a date. This next weekend I'm going to be deer hunting. Actually, next 2 weekends I'm going to be deer hunting. But I would love that because fishing will always be first priority in my life. There's not a whole lot of room for anything else other than work, family, and fishing.
Yeah.
Actually, family, fishing, then work. I got to get my priorities straight.
Well, without the work, you can't go fishing. So
yeah, and without the work, the family goes away.
Oh yeah.
So So yeah, but yeah, I'd love to do that, and also I'd love to get out in the water with you too, Mike.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know, I'd be honored to go out there and learn a little bit about fishing. You know, then we could do a podcast. You know, even out there on the water, show people like what you want to show them.
Right. Okay.
We don't have to show them anything more than you want to show them. You know.
There's no secrets here.
Yeah, that's what I feel. But, you know, if you think you have secrets, there's guys out there. I don't care how good you think you are.
Right.
There's guys out there better than you.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's the thing I learned after I got a little older. I thought I was pretty special until I started fishing tournaments, and I realized I'm not as good as I thought I was.
Yeah, and you know, a lot of people like, oh, you know, I don't want to give you my location. Well, you know, the fish might be there this weekend, but next weekend, or they might be here today and gone tomorrow. You know, so
are they here right now? And then 5 minutes from now, where the hell did they go?
Right, you know,
because those redfish, man, they're always moving.
Yeah. You know, to be honest with you, I like to find, you know, duck ponds that, you know, of course, duck season is upon us. So,
yeah,
you know, but I usually try to find duck ponds that, you know, nobody's hunting, you know, and, you know, just hunt around in duck ponds, you know, troll around and fish the cuts in little canals that, you know, they drain off. And
some of the things I found, you know, is wind-blown points.
Uh-huh.
As long as there's water moving on the wind-blown point.
Right.
I've caught them in really shallow water. I've also caught them in deep water.
Right.
I need more time. I need to get my own boat. When I sold my boat back in I sold 3 boats back in 2011. And I can always buy another one.
That didn't happen, did it?
It didn't seem to matter how much money I made working offshore.
Yeah.
Didn't seem to matter. And I agree with Keith just said that, and when what they hit today, they might not be hitting tomorrow.
Right.
Yeah. And that also changes with tides and wind direction and fishing pressure.
Yeah.
That's why I like to use shrimp, because, you know, they're always going to hit shrimp.
Right.
I think shrimp are just like, you know, well, I'm from around the city of Chicago, is where I grew up. So if you put a piece of pizza in front of me, I'm going to eat it. And that's what, you know.
That's just what you do.
It's like shrimp with guys like you, you know.
Right. Oh, yeah.
I can't help myself. And that's why I weigh as much as I do.
Right.
Yep. So guys, all about fishing, nothing but redfish. Very well moderated groups, and they will, you know, I like to call it no bullshit, because you can get on there, you can ask questions, and guys aren't going to say, well, where'd you catch? Oh, in the water. You know, come on.
Right.
Come on. You're not. What my grandma used to tell me when I was being a jerk when I was young. You're not funny. You're not cute. You're just plain annoying.
Yep.
She had a way of putting things, you know.
Right.
And Keith, Red Alert Lures just told us that's why they call it fishing and not catching.
Oh yeah.
You know, Keith, I want to have you on the show. Send me a message on Facebook under J Angel. I'm sure we're friends. I'll have you on the show. Anything else you'd like to tell us about red fishing in general?
No, I mean, if there's any questions or anything, you know, feel free to reach out to me. You know, you can reach me, you know, through Facebook Messenger, you know, or ask questions on our pages, all about fishing and nothing but redfish. You know, we try to help people out as much as possible, and our you know, our group members try to help people out. You know, so, you know, like I said, if there's anything we can do to help you out, let us know. You know, tips, techniques, whatever. I'll be more than happy to share with that, whatever I know. And most of our group members, you know, will share what they know also. So.
Okay. Well, is there any shout outs you'd like to make?
Yeah, I'd actually like to give shout outs to all of our sponsors. And I have a small list here. Kenneth Krieger with Undertaker Corks, Chris Cochran with Tail Chaser Baits, Greg Campbell with Mojo Tackle Company, Chip Clements, Sinkers by the Pound, Bo Jettles, Bo's Custom Route, Sammy Romano with Shag Sporting Goods, Stanley Seven with Seven Baits, Paul Bates, Filets All.
Okay.
Get Bad Through the Bone. Keith Fussell with Cajun Reels and Red Alert. And Cajun Outcast Fishing Club. Great bunch of guys. If you're not a member of that club, you need to,
Yeah, I'd like to make a shout out to Chad St. Pay.
Right.
He's just a great guy. I love going. I'm going to start fishing those tournaments again.
You need to.
And what I like is, I can call up Chad. Hey, Chad, man, I need a boat to jump in. Right. Not a problem. Somebody will allow me to jump in their boat. And there's people who go out there with 3 or 4 people in their boat.
Right.
And everybody has the opportunity to catch fish.
Right.
That's the only fair way to say that. And please tell Jeffrey that I'm very sorry about the connectivity problems,
Yeah, no problem. I'm sure he understands. I told him you were trying something new with 3 people on here, so
he was probably just in a bad place, didn't have a good enough signal.
Right.
Because you're coming in perfectly.
Good.
And please tell him I'm very sorry. I would never do anything like that to anybody purposely,
Right. Yeah, I can't talk, good enough about Chad and Gary and Joe and the whole Cajun Outcast family. They're a bunch of great guys. So
Rob Robinson is back in Southern Louisiana now.
Oh, is he?
We don't know for how long, but he's back. I'm looking forward to fishing with him again. What a good guy. He was over in Alabama, then he was up in Mississippi again. Now he's back. He was over in Texas for a little while.
Right. Yeah, he seems to be all over the place.
Yeah, well, he's just having fun. That's what he tells me, that if a place isn't going to give him time off, he's going to leave because he says, I might have to take 3 months off to go fishing.
Right.
That would be nice.
Oh, yeah.
Dang.
Oh, yeah.
Because I just don't have the energy to do when I was younger. When I was younger, I would be up at 4, on the road at 5, to be at work at 6, be off work at 2:30, and be guiding by 3.
Right.
Be home at 11, all to do it all over again.
Right.
And then I had kids and supporting 2 different families. It was. I don't know how I did it. Did it because I'm crazy nuts about fishing, but. Just like you and everybody else on the Let's Talk Fishing podcast. But, I appreciate you coming on tonight, man.
Oh, I appreciate you having me, Jay.
Thank you. I appreciate that. If there's no other, is there any more shout outs you'd like to make?
Just Vector Hooks.
Vector Hooks. Okay.
And I see you work with Vector Hooks,
Yes.
Great guys,
I know pretty much just about everybody on the Vector Hook family, all the movers and shakers from the Vector Hook family, and I've had most of them on my show.
Right.
They're just a bunch of great, a cohesive group that's willing to help you out. I met a lot of the guys I fish with around here through the Vector Hooks pro staff, and they've taken me fishing all over the place. Next summer, if I'm feeling better, I'm hoping to travel around Tennessee and, not fish some tournaments, but, fish with those guys when they're practicing for tournaments. I think I might have to retire from that insanity, except for of course Cajun Outcast.
Yeah.
And that's the friendly rodeo. That's not like the Bassmaster Opens,
Right.
It's a lot more friendly.
Yeah.
A lot less money at stake. And
yeah, and like Jeff was saying earlier, there is a little bit of pressure, because it's not, you're trying to catch redfish, and you kind of limited as to time, because weigh ins at 2:00, so it's like, you have X amount of hours to fish, and that's it. Whereas when you go out, without fishing a tournament, you can pretty much take your time. If they don't start biting until 1:00, well, then stay out there till 5:00, but like I said, when you're fishing a tournament, it's a little bit different. You've kind of limited as to what time you can fish. So, but it's always fun though, you know. So. Yeah.
Well, anyways, I'd like to thank you for coming onto the show. I'd like to thank everybody for watching the Let's Talk Fishing video podcast. In closing, I have to tell you that the Garden State Outdoor Sports Show is going to take place from January 6th through 9th of 2022 at the New Jersey Convention and Exposition Center, and that's in Edison, New York. Also, the Northern Illinois Sports and Outdoors Show will take place January 13th through 16th of 2022. That's 4 days of sports shows, guys. And that's going to take place at the Lake County Fairgrounds in Grays Lake, Illinois. Go on in there. Go to the Grant Rods booth and tell them Jay sent you, man. They're going to put some of the best rods on earth in your hands. You're not going to believe these rods, guys. Okay, well, thank you very much, Michael.
Thank you, Jay.
And with that, I will end the podcast.
All right.